its thing. Okay. So, as everyone kind of finishes getting set up and ready to roll, I'll go ahead and start going over the recap since it's been a minute since our last session. So, recap from last sesh. So, Guthrie, you met with the Dendrar family after saving and releasing them from the Redbrands hideout under Tressendar Manor, and you checked in with them and got a little more information about the stolen family heirloom and Niles' special chisel from the treasure chest that you and Finneran found had been broken into when you were fixing up the house. You discovered that the chisel was a dark wood masterpiece with Niles' name engraved on the blade. After you told Myrna that you would do your best to recover the stolen items, you were given a key to the Dendrar's house where you would have a room for the night, a room to kind of stay, whatever you please. While wandering the town, you also stumbled upon a curious raccoon who, after some bribery with food, became your companion. Meanwhile, Frederick, you spent your time engaged in sparring practice with Anor. However, as night fell, you experienced a panic attack triggered by haunting memories of past battles. During this panic attack, you realized that Anor's presence had a calming effect on you, providing a sense of security that you just realized you desperately needed. To cope with your anxiety, you focused on Anor's soothing perfume. During the week, you met with Carp, a young local boy who has been keeping watch on Cragmaw Castle, who informed you that a mysterious figure in a dark cloak had recently arrived at the castle and met with its leader. The enigmatic visitor had handed a scroll to a bugbear before vanishing into the night. Erevan, on the other hand, you discovered Alistair amidst the ruins of Barthen's provisions. Together you unearthed a locket bearing portraits of Barthen and his wife, which had been buried beneath the rubble. Alistair took this as a memento of Barthen, someone who was more like family to him since he arrived in Phandalin. Alistair suggested that Sister Gorel might be able to help you decipher your recurring dreams. While talking, you two also speculated that the Redbrands and Townmaster Webster might be involved in some sort of a sinister plot together. You all reconvened with Halia, who shared an old map of Phandalin from before the wall deconstruction. You determined that Alderley Farm would be the ideal location to train the townspeople in preparation for the escalating danger with the castle or the Redbrands. Halia provided several key pieces of information, shedding some light on the town's history. 1. The Tressendars were among the first settlers in Phandalin, with the Tressendar family serving as the first town masters. 2. The last surviving Tressendar had no known children, but was well loved by the townsfolk. And 3. Surprisingly, Kellen Alderleaf's husband was revealed to be the great-great-grandson of the Tressendars, a fact that was previously unknown to the townspeople. You embarked on a week-long mission to train the people of Phandalin, preparing them for the looming threats that may await. Over the course of this eventful week, you successfully trained about 60 eager townsfolk, bonding and fortifying the community in the face of looming danger. And a few other things too, just to put on everyone's mind. In terms of game time, the date right now, currently, if you don't see it or if you didn't see it on your calendar, is the 20th of Tarsok in the year of 1491. And to put that into perspective, we started the campaign and you all met at the Driftwood Tavern on the 20th of, I think it's pronounced Chez or Shays, I don't know, the month before this. So in essence, in game time, it's been about a month.
Oh wow.
So
we've really put off rescuing Gundren.
So I want to put that out there just because I just realized I needed to keep up with the time too, because I've been mapping the dates, but I haven't actually done anything with them in my notes. So I saw it and I was like, oh, I bet they would like to know this. So with that, what would you guys like to do?
Save Gundren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's been a month.
True.
Yeah.
True this.
Try and save Gundren.
Love the
Find
enthusiasm.
Skeleton in there by now, but
And then game's
we'll
over. All done. You waited too long. He died. Nothing else.
Well,
Okay.
Wasn't that like the plot of like a friggin' Teen Titans Go episode where like they were all in video games, and Starfire's one was like she was playing Legend of Zelda basically, and then like she waited too long, and like the evil overlord took over the world.
That sounds familiar. Oh man. So, saving Gundren. So the last thing you heard, he was transferred to Cragmaw Castle, and then you learned the location of Cragmaw Castle. Frederick did his reconnaissance while he was coming back from Neverwinter. Um, what is the plan? How would you guys like to do this? Where do you want to go? How do you want to blank? You fill in the blanks. What's going on?
I
Well,
have a
what
bit of a plan. Oh, Bog ahead.
what all do we know both from Frederick's reconnaissance and Carp's been watching that place,
Mhm.
right? So what's all the information we know about it?
So, like I mentioned, you know the location of where Cragmaw Castle is. You also know from when Frederick was there, which was about 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, that there were. It's more of a dilapidated castle, so it's not like a finished, regal castle. This seems like it's very much been beaten and battered. There's some collapsed walls. There's a there's one main entrance into the castle that has doors that have been shattered already. There's another doorway entrance or something with a door, and then with the broken walls, there's a handful of kind of entrances that aren't really entrances there, kind of going through the holes in the wall. Um, you also know other things kind of about the location in terms of it's in a clearing in the woods, so there's it's not like in a hilly area or anything. It's not obscured by trees. It's in a big clearing in the middle of Neverwinter Wood. It's about 2 days ride away from here, give or take. And what Carp has noticed in his watching over the last 2.5, 3 weeks was not a whole lot of movement has happened. The only real thing that he noticed was when he came back for his most recent check-in with Frederick, before Frederick kind of relieved him of duty, and said that a mysterious thing came in the middle of the night and met with the leader of the castle, which was a bugbear, and gave him a scroll, and that was it. So, in terms of what you know, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Very cool. Bog, is there anything you'd like to add before I go into my plan?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. So, plan is, Erevan, you're going to be a key part of this. So, what I'm thinking is that you have prestidigitation, which can make sparks. I have gunpowder and bullets. If I uncase the bullets from the casings, I can end up making like a gunpowder trail, basically, to like say a couple barrels of flour, which are highly flammable and like sort of volatile when sparks are added and certain things like that. So you can light the gunpowder trail and blow up all their reserves of supplies. We then set up a blockade around the main points of entry into the Cragmaw Castle, and we basically starve them out. We cut off their regular shipments, and they can only go for food without food for like 3 weeks, and they're goblins, so they're probably going to be infighting within the first week. Because like, where's our food? You probably stole the last bit of food, like, rah, and then they're going to kill each other. And then at some point they should surrender. However, this is not a surefire thing, as the bugbears and the hobgoblins that might be leading them might be a little bit more strong-willed. Or they might make a counteroffensive saying that they will kill their prisoners if we do not stop. So we might have to go in for a more, sneaky tactic. Or we just straight up rush in with our forces, which isn't the most ideal scenario since we'd have no idea if they outnumber us, but I think the blockade plan is the most likely solution. What do you guys think?
Wait, do they have prisoners? I thought we freed them.
This is Cragmaw we're talking
Cragmaw.
about, not Tressendar.
There's been a lot of captives in this campaign.
Tressendar's the red brand place where we saved a couple of these, the Dendrars.
Got it.
Now we're talking about Cragmaw, which is supposedly where
Whatever his
Gundren.
name is.
the dude that we came with, or told us to meet him here in the first place, that we kind of
Right.
tossed to the wind.
I'm down. I like fire. And I'm gonna use prestidigitation to send out sparks everywhere.
Does
Frederick is going. Where are we when we're discussing this plan? By the way.
It's up to you guys. The last place we ended was, I'm pretty sure you were at the training place in the Alderley farm.
Okay, that works. So I can start moving around rocks and stuff to like show where troop movement could be and stuff. So I'll be doing that as I explain this plan. And I sort of laugh at Erevan and say, "Excellent, my friend." And who else is with us?
So unless the others were wanting to do something else, you all as a party are there. Alistair would be there, Halia, and then the rest of the group that you guys have been training. The miscellaneous townsfolk and stuff like that. The named people that we could give names to would be obviously you guys, Alistair, Halia, Darren Edermath, the guy who owns the orchard, and then your deputies for the town that mentioned they wanna partake.
I want the names
Okay.
of every single person.
Yeah, let me get on 60 random NPC generator real quick.
The other question is, do they give a shit?
Yeah, I was gonna do an inspirational speech as soon as we were all down with this plan.
Okay.
And we don't know the numbers, like Carp doesn't have any idea about the numbers at Cragmaw.
So the only thing between Frederick and Carp that they've been able to see was Carp saw every now and again a goblin or two kind of come out of the castle to do something real quick, and Frederick about the same. So there hasn't been a whole lot of anything coming out of the castle, and you can't really see inside the castle. You can see some movement, but you really couldn't. From where the tree line is, you wouldn't have been able to tell any sort of numbers or anything.
All right. So if we're all down with this plan, then I'm gonna head into the speech that I wanted to give to our troops.
Are we gonna be able to do this at level 2?
That's the question, isn't
Potentially,
it?
if we're close.
We're gonna get all the townsfolk killed. That's my concern.
The plan is we're not going to. I don't plan on rushing in, but if we have to, we will. Sacrifices must be made in war, and while I mean, like, I'm trying not to get them killed. I'm trying to like use the path of least amount of deaths. Which is why we're doing the blockade plan, or that's what like the current best plan is.
But wait, do we know that Cragmire Keep is where the Redbrands are coming from?
No,
Oh,
that's not where the Redbrand. This is goblins and stuff, man.
Yeah, the Redbrands are Tressendar Manor in
Right.
Phandalin.
That's why I was kind of confused, because I don't think the townspeople really have any conflicts
That's
with Cragmire Keep.
that's why I said, like, are they gonna give a shit? I don't expect
Yeah.
them to help us with this.
And that's with
Yeah.
where the speech comes in and how effective it is.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean, I want to save Gundren, but I wonder if we help them deal with the Redbrands, if they might
First,
be like,
yeah.
we'll come help you with that. But
Yeah,
it's
'cause
it's been a month.
Right, because I
It's
was
been
thinking
so
the
long.
plan was like we take out the Redbrands or try to solve that problem, and then because we solve that problem, they would be more willing to help us.
We could do that. I want to see how the speech. Can we see how the speech goes first, and then, and if they're willing, then we go with my plan, and then if it doesn't work, we'll go with you guys's.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Just before you do the speech, Mr. DM,
Mhm.
godly man.
Don't tell me that; it'll go to my head.
How long have we actually been training these people?
So,
Like a week or two or something?
yeah, it was about a week, and also I probably should have mentioned this when I was going over timelines. A week so far in the 2 months, 2 calendar months that you have been playing the game. A week is 10
I thought
days.
it was one.
1 month, but it's split between 2 months. Like you've crossed from the month of
Oh yeah.
Chase to the month of Tarzak. Those months have weeks of 10 days. So
Yeah.
the week of training was 10 days worth of training.
So they've had a
And
seventh of their marine training.
There you go.
and like they're proficient in a weapon. Sure. Are they actually proficient in fighting stuff, or they could defend themselves if it came to it?
So it would be somewhat of a mix. I would say that you have a handful of them that would be considered proficient. Maybe they had had some previous training, or they were just more adept to using a weapon to where they could actually do some damage pretty well without too much worry. And then you have a handful of other people who are not necessarily like just don't even know how to hold a sword, but maybe their emotions get the better of them and they're nervous and scared, and so they're not, oh yeah, let me just rush in and I'll be able to do whatever damage I need to. I'm confident in my ability. It's more of the, okay, I'll hold this if I need to, but I'm very nervous about seeing something up close, kind of a deal, right? Like you have some that definitely are going to do some damage and some that could maybe not. You don't really know. You're kind of working with what you got, kind of a deal.
So we have, you said half, so we have like 30 that would actually like fight, and another 30 that, would like defend themselves kind of thing.
Yeah, in essence.
All right. Could we say that? Well, no. How many of them, of the ones that are willing to fight, are archers?
We could split them into thirds. Since it's 30 and 30, you could do 10, 10, 10 of each.
All right. Not awesome, but you know what? If they're willing and able to fight, then 5 arrows to hit is better than no arrows to hit. So, and hopefully the inspirational speech will get rid of whatever nervousness they've got. So, do we have more questions?
Okay. I think it's all you.
All right. So, where are the troops right now?
We'll say they're kind of out within this field that you guys have been meeting in, doing their practice, sparring, kind of some are sitting around talking, others are, resting or whatever. They're kind of spread out as everyone's doing their own thing.
So, I'll like get up from like the ground or whatever, like where I'm playing with rocks and stuff, like showing movements and like crag monkey and whatever.
I
And
hope you were
I
just
sort of get up.
playing with ropes.
And I walk over like to. Is there like a tree stump or something that I can stand on?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then I'll like stand up on top of a tree stump and I'll say, and I'll like shout out to the group like, form up, men, and, and like sort of like try to get their attention.
Okay. As you yell out, you see a handful of them immediately kind of turn around and start walking. The ones farther off, it takes them a few seconds to really hear what's going on, but they notice people are moving and they kind of get around. So after a few seconds, everyone's moseyed over there and are kind of, some are sitting, some are kneeling, some are standing still, but they're gathered around like kind of in a semicircle-ish kind of a formation.
Okay, cool. So I turn to them and I say, my friends, it has been 10 days since we all sat here and agreed that we would stop the Redbrands from what's the word? Word's not helping. Damn it. I'm not saying any of this in character.
This is part of the speech, right?
Yes. Nah, yeah, shut up. You're a jerk.
While Frederick's doing his speech, I'm gonna be like behind him using prestidigitation to kind of shoot out sparks, and just like,
Oh, little ambience. Okay.
yeah.
I telepath to Frederick and I go, did you forget your notes?
Yes, now shush. So back in character. So I'll say, my friends, it has been 10 days since we gathered here and decided that we would stop the Redbrands from terrorizing your town. It has been 10 days since we gathered here and decided that you would begin your training as Minutemen, as warriors, as men, women, and some of you teenagers of steel. It is now your time to prove your skills in a real fight. As some of you may know, there is a keep of goblins not too far from here. One of our friends and one of our key allies is held there. This will be your training mission. You will get to prove your skills in an actual non-simulation training scenario, and you will learn how to use guerrilla warfare to your advantage. So that way, you may use it against the Redbrands. I'll be hand-selecting your squads, along with the Nor and some of the other deputies, and I sort of turn to them, and I say, some of you may be squad leaders. I will create a meeting of those squad leaders, and we will be discussing battle plans. For right now, though, it is my job to help you, or at least the few of you that are still apprehensive about fighting, to help whip you into shape in these final moments. The road ahead will be hard. It will not be easy. It will be filled with times where you may not know if you're good enough. It will be filled with times where you may be scared of what the enemy will do. However, can I go out of character for a minute to look up a quote? Hang on.
Sure. Also, while he's doing that, you may not be able to tell on the map, but there are little tiny embers floating around. Just FYI. I don't know if you can see it because they are
I
so
can.
tiny.
Embers?
Oh,
Yeah, they're like
They're
little
like a
sparklings.
single pixel going around.
Yeah, I need to see if I can make them bigger. But anyway.
Is that my prestidigitation at work?
Yep.
And so back in character, I would say, I'm reminded of what a great general once said to me and my troops. He put it this way: every tomorrow has two handles. We can take hold of it with the handle of anxiety or the handle of faith. Now, I look among you and I see that many of you are currently holding the handle of anxiety. That's okay. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. I'm here to tell you that you can rely on the training that we have given you. You can rely on your skills, and you can rely on your thinking. You cannot control what the enemy will do. You cannot control what the person next to you will do. All you can control is how you react to the situation. And this, my friends, is the handle of faith. Faith in your comrades, faith in yourself, and faith in the group as a whole. Faith in the ideology upon which our militia stands upon. And so I ask you all today, are you going to take this training mission into your own hands? Or are you going to let anxiety take control of you? Who's with us? And I sort of like bring my hands in the air and I look among them.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna use prestidigitation to send off giant sparks. Well,
Do you want me to roll for that?
Because I can.
Yeah. If you want to roll we'll say, we'll start with a performance check. I'm not 100% lenient on or loving that idea, but we'll start with that one. I may change my mind,
Alright.
but I think performance makes sense. Not to say that like you're faking this speech, but to show the enthusiasm behind it, I guess. Because it's not really intimidation, so, and you're not lying, so it's not deception.
Alright,
Would it be persuasion then?
That's kind of where I'm stuck between is performance and persuasion. So I guess if you want to choose which one of those you want to do, that's fine. I'll let you choose which one you want to do.
it's not going to matter unless Erevan wants to help me. Actually, his sparks, would that count as the help action?
I'll give you a +2 to the roll.
Alright, cool.
Because I'll say that they watch, they're while you're speaking, every now and again they're watching behind you as Erevan like flicks his hand and the sparks fly out. So like, it is adding to it, but they can also see that Erevan's behind you going.
Don't pay attention to me. I'm not here.
12, okay. 14, got it. Okay. So you make your speech, and afterwards you hear, fairly quickly after, a sizable agreement of applause and shouts. Um, Sizable being, you can definitely tell that there's some people who aren't engaging with this, maybe with the approval, I guess probably would be the best word, but you can easily feel that a good amount of them are cheering on this speech. And as you look out, you can see a handful of the people who aren't visibly cheering or clapping or whatever. You can see that they don't look angry, but it's more of that worry and kind of confusion of wondering what's going to happen to them with the battle that's coming ahead. But you get the gist that at least half of them are gung ho to do this.
All right, cool. So I sort of like take a bow and I say, "Lend me your ear once more." And I sort of like lower my hands a little, like more towards like face level.
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Now I understand that that may not have been the best speech you've ever heard," and I sort of smile, like at the ones who are still worried.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not lie. I'm going to be doing everything in my power to protect you. And with the help of Anor here, I need everyone to form a single file line, and we are going to begin the process of bringing you all into squads. And I sort of turn to Anor and for her to like take the reins.
Okay. And as you finish up your instruction, Anor, excuse me, sorry. Whew, I inhaled a bug or something. Anor kind of quickly jumps up on the stump as you step down a little, and she starts taking over, like, okay, form the line here, and she starts like looking at people and marking where they're going to go and what group they're going to be in and things like that. While you come off and go back to the group, and as you watch Anor go through the divisions, you can kind of tell that this is her element. Like, she is very much in a position that she's meant to be in. She knows how to handle organizational structure very well. She knows how to handle maybe people who don't believe in her as much. She knows how to handle them very well. She stands up to authority. She's very commanding, and you just kind of get this appreciation for the relationship that you have as she's kind of just commanding this part of the process. And you turn to the group which the group being obviously you guys, Alistair, Halia, Darren, and then the deputies. And Halia sits there and looks over and she goes, "That was a pretty good speech. What do we think the plan is? Do we feel confident in our numbers for the castle? Do we think it's too early? I don't disagree. I'm not challenging any of this, but what would you want me to do?" And her, Alistair, the deputies are kind of looking as like, what you've told them what they're doing, and Anor's handling that. What is it you need from us? Kind of the quote unquote elite group or something.
We don't know.
Well, those of
What are
you
the
with
numbers we'll be doing?
yeah, it's out of character. Sorry, I know I sort of sprang this idea upon you guys. I've been dreaming it up for like 2 weeks now, and this is the best I've come up with. So I'm sorry. Please try to go along with it. If you have questions, please, I would love to answer them. I'm sort of looking at Guthrie and Erevan, who have been very quiet about like throughout this whole thing, and I sort of feel like I'm taking charge, and I don't want to, like without like everybody's not consent, but like everyone saying, okay, like we'll go with your plan. So back in character, I would say that I would motion to the deputies, from you three, you will all be squad leaders, of 10. Wait, how many do we have? 60? Shoot, hang on.
Total would be 60, yes.
Yes. Of 20 people each. You should be able to have a good number of archers, or depending on how Honora is setting it up, one of you may be in charge of archers, one of you may be in charge of the pikemen, and one of you may be in charge of the polearm users. And then I sort of turn to Halia and I say, I need you to buy us time. The Redbrands are probably going to notice that we're going to be gone, depending on how many are going to, how long we're going to be there, and we just need you to make sure that they're not just going to start raising houses and doing other things of that nature. Because of that, I might actually keep a few behind to make sure that a fight doesn't break out. I didn't think of that until just now. But I already told you what the plan was for Cragmaw Castle. She was part of that group when I explained, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to try to rescue Gundren through a more peaceable means than simply running in and trying to take back what's ours.
She kind of looks at you and nods, very stern, very serious, and she goes, okay, I will do what I can. And she turns around, she kind of whistles at a few of we'll call them soldiers, militiamen, who have been divided into groups, and she whistles and flags them over, and they come with her. She has like 5 or 6 people, and she starts whispering to them what they're going to do, and they kind of leave to go and watch over the town. While you were talking, the deputies started to get their weapons out and polishing them up, which you have 3 of them, just as a reminder. So Pruska, the half-orc, she pulls out a spear, and she kind of sits there and she's sharpening the tip, and you can kind of see this smile or smirk on her face. And she looks over at you, she goes, let's go get these goblins. And then Lutri, the dwarf, and Exum, the half-elf, pull out their weapons, and kind of the same thing, just a little more just of quiet agreements of some snarky comments and smirks, as they start prepping themselves as well.
Kick some ass!
And I turn and I say, agreed, my friend. And I walk over to Anor, and I say, have you been able to group them all up yet?
She looks back, she goes, yes, they are ready to go. She kind of starts pointing out the different camps. She goes, over here, these are whatever names you want to give them, but she starts giving you the list of the groups, how many are in them, what's her confidence level on their ability. She mixed and matched a lot of them, but in essence you have at least three main divisions, kind of like you said, with the different weapons, and then each division has about 2 groups in it, give or take. They kind of can mingle and do whatever they want during the time, but she lays them all out for you, and she goes, here they are, they're ready to go, and they kind of are already gearing up from the weapons you guys have had Smithy work on and bring, as well as what the Miners Exchange was able to get, the Lion Shield Coster was able to get. So nothing's very uniform about it. It's kind of just all miscellaneous weapons and armor, but everyone is starting to put stuff on.
All right. So I'm going to designate the pole arms as Alpha Squad, just for organizational purposes.
Okay. Should probably get my notebook out too.
I'm going to get the Spears and Pitchforks guys as Bravo Squad. And the short bows are going to be Charlie.
Okay.
So, as soon as they're all ready and mobile, I suppose we begin marching toward Cragmaw Castle. And Erevan, you have your orders. You're going to try to sneak into Cragmaw Keep and destroy their supply reserves wherever they may be. I will go with you just in case.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything else you all would like to do in Phandalin before you start your trek over to Cragmaw Castle?
Well, let's see. Two things. Well, one, I'll ask out of character, although I mean it in character. What particularly do you want Guthrie to do?
All right.
You can be my bodyguard.
Yeah. You know what? Let's get all the heroes, and we're gonna be part of the strike team that's gonna be destroying the supply reserves. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll all go in there and we'll have the other folks wait outside for it to blow
Further
up, essentially.
instructions. Yeah.
I'm worried about leaving the town, though. What'd you say? It's 2 days
I-
away? Day or two?
Yeah, give or take a day or two, depending on how because especially with this group of people, you'll have to do like a rest at night. Not everybody could make an overnight trek and things like that, so it'd probably take closer to 2 days to get there. Especially because there's not enough horses for everybody either.
Certainly.
And I'm kind of worried about that as well, because I do wonder how much the Redbrands have been paying attention to what we're doing.
I will say, during the training, Kellen has been keeping watch on the outside of the farm to make sure that no one's snooping around. And she came in every so many days and gave you updates that the Redbrands hadn't been snooping around the farm. It's pretty much the town has kind of gone back to life as usual. The Redbrands are definitely in and out of the town. They're all hanging by their sleeping giant. It's kind of they've gone back to doing what they've normally been doing, just being a big bunch of ruffians walking around the room. Nothing out of the ordinary in terms of how they're acting. If that changes anything, too.
All right. Well, I mean, well, okay. I don't know. I'll kind of actually, Bob slash Bitterin, go ahead. You might have some of the same concerns that I have, or that Guthrie has, that I'm going to perhaps say in character. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, even if they don't know that people have been training, they're definitely going to notice a ton of people leave or not be there.
Should we say we split the party?
No, not for a big thing like this, no.
Not us, at least.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Guthrie.
Well, and like I said, I'll say it in character. Well, I'm not exactly thrilled about splitting us up either, but I do worry if all of us are gone, what will happen, or what will or might take place while we're gone. So I do wonder if we need to have some presence here, just so they know that we haven't left permanent.
And I sort of turn to him and I say, yes, of course. I just sent Halia and 6 of our men to basically make sure that no fights break out in between the Redbrands and the people, and to make sure business remains as usual.
Do you know how many Redbrands
And
there
I don't know. I don't think we know how many of them there are.
rough amount or anything?
You've seen a good handful of them. If you had to give an estimate, you could say there's probably you've seen at least 20 or 20, 25 maybe in town. When you were in the hideout, you only saw the 2 that you fought to rescue the Dendrars.
So enough that they could kill 6 people.
Yeah, if they all banded together, yeah, but generally they don't.
We also don't know what chaos the what's his bucket?
The leader.
The Nautic, the
Oh, the Nothic,
creature?
the creature.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
he's been
That's a good
causing
point.
chaos.
Oh, but that was a week ago.
Can we get an
Wonder
update on
what
that
happened with
actually? Do we
I
know
don't
about
think we
that?
know. Unless we
It,
went in
none
there
of
again.
none of you have been in there yet to know what's been going on. You haven't seen any Redbrands because you've been focused on your fighting, so you haven't heard any rumblings from them either. Just because you've been focused on your training. Um, while you while you all are talking about this, Anor kind of comes back over, and the deputies are still with you, and Alistair's with you, and Anor steps in. She goes, if it would make you feel better, I can stay back too and do what I can to help the town. I know once again, it's not a lot of people, but I'm fairly competent with a weapon, and I could take just another small handful with me, if that would make you guys feel a little better. We could have myself and a handful, Halia and her handful, maybe one of the deputies could come with us as well. That would give us 12, 15 ish plus people here that are at least adept with weapons, to kind of keep an eye on things. Maybe does that help at all?
And I sort of like turn over to Renor and say, I believe that would dissuade our concerns. Yes. So, DM out of character. How many people do I have in each group?
So if we take out the 6 or so that went with Holly or something, in essence you would have 15. Yeah, I mean it's each group 3 will make it. It was 20, so let's make it, if you want to get technical, 17 in each group. But for right now, if you were to have Anor take some people, we'll say you're down to 15 in each group, 12 to 15 in each group, and then you would leave about 15 or so people in Phandalin.
All right, I like that idea. So, we'll do that.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull out like a stone and use like prestidigitation on it to make like a little sigil in it. And I'm gonna hand it to Anor and I'm gonna be like, this is a lucky stone that I found that will keep you safe. But it's just a regular stone.
Okay. Are you actively trying to lie or just more of persuade a gift to this person? I'm trying to figure, do you want to do a deception or persuasion check?
I'm just trying to give her the stone to see if she'll take it.
It's definitely a lie.
Let's go with
Deception.
let's go with deception, yeah.
Okay. Hold
To
on.
see it's more not to see if she's gonna pick it from your hand, but to see if she's gonna believe your prestidigitation lie.
God damn it.
You pull the stone out, and she looks down at it and looks up at you, and as she goes to grab the stone, she says, "Thank you. That's super thoughtful." And she
Yeah,
kind
keep it in your pocket.
she squeezes and she goes, "I will." And you see her put it in her pocket and kind of pat the pocket with the stone in it.
I sort of side eye Erebin like, bro, come on, like bro code, and like,
I mean, I want to go save Gundren, but I wonder if we should try and deal with the Redbrands with everybody first. I don't know. But Erebin, what do you think about all this? You're just kind of like, yeah, let's kill shit.
Erevan is kind of like go with the flow. I personally think that it would be wise to take out the Redbrands first.
Guthrie, do you feel the same?
Only because there's so many of us, we might stand a good chance of overwhelming the Redbrands and then being able to go take out the or go rescue Gundren. So I mean, we've waited this long. What's another couple of days?
I think honestly, if we could take out the Redbrands first, it would give the townspeople more confidence in themselves and the motivation to take on something larger.
You know what? Okay, we'll go with you guys' plan. DM, can we say that all of my inspirational speeches and squads and stuff have been, changed to fit this
Press
new
them there.
thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we can say that like all of what you did was still not in vain. We can say that it was just we've swapped the central location of the
Yeah,
of
like
it.
basically we had this conversation prior to that.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
As
right.
I want to save Gundren, but it's probably better to just deal with these guys. Townsfolk are safe, and we know more about them. Like you said, 2025. We don't know how many are over there. We don't know if they have backup. We haven't really scouted it as much as we at least know there's like a back entrance to this place. We know a
Okay.
little more. So then once we deal with that, we can kind of better scout out the other place and train people and
Yeah. All right. I mean, I see when I'm outnumbered. Like, that's fine.
I agree. I want to go there and save Gundren, but I think the smart choice is probably go here first.
Yeah. I get that. Man, I was really gung ho about this too. It's all right.
We'll get there.
Oh, we'll get to it.
We're gonna do the
We
same
will
thing,
get-
just here.
It's gonna be a big battle
Yeah.
regardless. Just where are we doing it?
Yeah. All right. So,
Which did bring me to a question that I had. Not that I'm trying to cause more discussion to take time or anything, but what will change about the fight with the Redbrands? What is the thought on how you will handle this fight here? Are you gonna kind of do the same thing and your group's gonna go into the manor while the rest of them are fighting in the town, or something else?
I think our group's gonna go into the manor. I think, and the rest of the after delegating groups to the the deputies and Anor. I'm gonna set up points where citizens will take up arms secretly,
Mm-hmm.
and then as red brands come in, we'll ambush them and then hide back in the shadows. And have a regroup point at somewhere, and then storm, and then basically storm the city, basically performing cleanup.
Okay.
So we'll say that the
I
regroup
also
point is at the elderly farm, huh?
go ahead. I have one thing to add.
Okay. I mean, I was pretty much done.
Okay, the one thing I would think is I think there should probably be another group of however many at the um at the um at the castle waiting, surrounding it, at the front door, something. So if any of them try to leave, they can be taken out.
Perhaps, but we would lose some of our bowmen that might be better suited to shooting red brand skulls.
All right. Okay. Well,
Are we
all
gonna
right.
do this like immediately, or are we gonna build up to this and maybe like take out small groups, kind of like, guerrilla warfare in between doing small attacks, taking out smaller numbers, kind of doing sabotage, and then
Well,
leading up to this attack, or are we just doing a straight up march?
No, that's what I meant. We're doing guerrilla warfare. As we storm Tressendar Manor, cloak and dagger stuff, maybe under the cover of
you,
night while they're patrolling the grounds.
you keep saying guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare is usually pretty, over a long period of time. Like you would take out small groups, take shit from them, keep doing
Okay,
stuff like
maybe I'm
that.
using the wrong term then. I'm not here to discuss semantics.
Okay, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, all right,
if
fine.
that's what you want to use, it is different.
Fine. It's maybe a little bit different than guerrilla warfare. Look, guys, I've had a bad day. I really don't want to be made fun of for fucking word usage.
I don't think anyone's trying to make fun of you. I think we're just trying to clarify if we're gonna use guerrilla warfare to do it a long drawn out, or just do an immediate march.
Like an assault. They don't know that we've been training, or as far as we know, they don't know we've been training people at this point. So we would have surprise if we did it now. I don't know if they would kind of retreat into their place if we tried to have like a drawn out conflict. I do think it's probably not a bad idea to kind of take out whatever people are in the town before they know about it while they're exposed, and then go kind of storm the keep since they'll be down in numbers at that point and hopefully still not know.
Yeah, well, let's do that. That's sort of kind of what I meant with a little bit more of what is apparently actually guerrilla warfare with long drawn out tactics. I've been using that word wrong. It's fine. All right, so yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah, so I suppose, how do you guys want to put that into motion?
Can we just have us or a couple people kind of just meander around town and kind of just see, okay, there's 3 guys here, a couple guys over here, whatever, like, you know,
Yeah.
do like a 15-minute reconnaissance thing essentially, because it's just in the town. We're not going to do
Yeah.
anything with the manor as of yet, I guess.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay. So, walking through town, kind of getting an idea on, okay, how many of them are in town right now, where are they at, what are the groups looking like, and stuff like that, correct?
Yeah. And does anyone besides them go into that other inn, really?
No.
Like, if we went in there, would we get, like, jumped?
And without saying it, yes, in essence. The Sleeping Giant is pretty much purely for the Redbrands. The only other people you've... Oh, yeah, there you go. The only other people you've seen go in there is the person who runs it.
Okay.
So.
If we want to sneak in, I have a couple of cloaks.
Like, even just to get an idea of how many are in there, essentially.
Or we could bomb it.
Is there like a... Who runs the place? Is it
Yeah,
just
we don't want
like...
to attack someone innocent.
The place where the Redbrands go?
Yeah, the Sleeping Giant.
So you don't really know the specifics of who runs it. In essence, it's a human female who kind of keeps to herself. The Redbrands, not that they necessarily treat her nice, they leave her alone in terms of, like, whenever they're causing trouble, they don't really do anything with her. But they don't treat her super nice. Like, they'll kind of call her names and boss her around and stuff like that. It's known that she is kind of their servant when they're there. She's gonna do whatever they ask, pretty much, with very little respect to it. But when it comes to robbing or beating or anything like that, she's usually kept out of it, and so she usually keeps to herself.
So they've kind of pressed her into service.
Yeah, and yeah, you can think of it that way.
You know, serve us
Alright,
in your
so
place, we
don't bomb
won't
it.
kill you.
As fun as it would be, we don't bomb it. So,
Or
Blowing
just
up
bomb
enough
it when
buildings
she's
in
not in
town
there.
already. Yeah, that's true. Get her out. I assume people, like, these people live in the town. They would at least know, like, who works there? Like, is it anyone but her, or is it just her?
Just her.
Outside of the Redbrands, just her.
Yeah.
So does she live there as well?
There's a sleeping quarters in the back of the inn where she stays.
So we could try and get her out and then bomb it, or just fight them.
We could kidnap her, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, at least of the town, like, can we say they've done that? Like, we're just, I guess, kind of keeping an eye on Sleeping Giant in general. But we won't know how many is inside. Do we know how many are in the town itself?
Yeah, so after a little while of kind of walking around town, keeping your eyes open, seeing what's going on, you notice a few central hubs of gathering. So over by the Edermath Orchard, there's a handful of Redbrands over there, about 3, give or take, that are kind of hanging around that area. The top northernish, northwest of the map with the big trees. If I can, over there, yeah. So there's a group there. You notice there's a group guarding the entrance to the townmaster's hall. So there's about another 3 there. In front of the woodworking shop and the Dindrar's house, there's a five-man group hanging around there. And then you have another
Should write this down.
you have another group. This
Sorry.
one fairly large. Sorry, go ahead.
So 3 Orchard was the next one.
Yeah, 3 Orchard. You've got 3 in the Townmaster Hall guarding the doors, which is the red building towards the center of town.
Yep.
And then you've got the 5 in front of the woodworking shop. And then where else? And then the biggest group that you see is towards the center, where the kind of like the courtyard of this town is. You've got another group of 4 regular Redbrands, and then the boss that you fought when Bartham was getting jumped. He is out there with them. So you have technically 5 in the center of town. One of them is one of those little bosses.
Yep.
And then other than that, you have the Sleeping Giant in, which you've seen people go in and out of every now and again.
All right. So
Some
my
character check. Go ahead.
my thought is that we have the troops like attack those main hubs, and then we go into the Sleeping Giant, and then we just slaughter every red brand we see in there. And then we regroup and we go to Tressendar Manor.
This is just an aside. I assume we're okay with slaughtering them. I assume we don't really care. I assume people in the town don't care.
That's the general sense that you've gotten from people in town.
All right, cool.
They almost cheer whenever
Just
you
making
tell
sure.
them about one dying.
Good. Okay. I'm just making sure we're, not supposed to be like arresting these dudes.
You're gonna kill them all, and then the townmaster's like, "Guys, we have a jail. What the heck have you
I
been
don't
doing?"
care about the Townmaster. Fucking.
We'll kill him too.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Okay, so I wonder, just doing the math real quick, is there 60, like normal folks you said, plus the like the deputies and that?
The deputies would be counted in the 60, so the people that wouldn't be counted in the 60 would be you guys, Halia, Darren, and Alistair, and Anor, like the quote-unquote
Okay,
key NPCs. The deputies are key, but they would be counted in the general 60 almost.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we could, let me know, like, I just wrote the numbers down there, and I'm sure we're stronger than, these little dudes. We could do, like, basically outnumber them 4-1 on all of those and use up our people that way. I don't know if we want to bring any with us, but we could do, like 12, 16, and then just because there's a boss, 20, and like that'd be 60. Unless we want people to come with us, and if we want somebody of note to kind of lead them to apprehend all these people. Because, I mean, this is most of the Redbrands. If there's 20 to 25, that's 16 right there, and however many in the inn. So even though they'll still have some, there's not going to be a substantial number outside of this.
And then we have the head honcho to take care of, who can throw fireballs and do mage armor and shit.
Yeah, and then but if we send basically all of them at those groups, 4-1 ratio or more, I think would be manageable. And then we take on the inn during that time, and then we could basically have everybody surround the manor and whoever's left in there.
Yeah, that was the plan. So let's get it done.
Okay.
Alright.
So, just so I make sure I have everything clear, you're having the people fight in the town. I get that part. Then you all, as the core party, you are going to go to the Sleeping Giant Inn to deal with them there, or are you going to Tressendar Manor to deal with the hideout?
Sleeping Hill.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sleeping
go to the
Giant.
inn. We're
Okay.
gonna basically clear the town first.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, let me get this pulled together real quick.
And sorry, it was Lenore, Alistair, Halia, and there's one more person, right? There's 4 named people or 5?
Darren Edermath, the guy who owns the orchard.
Okay, and they're kind of like the more commandery people, leadery people, or would that be more the deputies?
From what Frederick had mentioned, they're kind of the commanderish people. You guys are kind of over the groups.
Should we split off a few people to kind of watch the manor and see what if people come out of there? Like, basically, we could have one of each of the named people go with these groups, and I don't know, have or some like Lenore and like some of the archers to basically watch the manor, and have like the deputies lead these groups, or like Alistair lead one, or I don't know what you guys want to do. But just so we don't get jumped from behind to the manor.
Oh, the manor is well.
Did you guys just
suppose-
all get logged out of the game?
No. Wait, no.
Uh-oh. Hopefully,
Okay,
hopefully we're not having problems. That would suck. Hopefully it lets you back in. Let me know.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see something. Hope my password works this time. Invalid username, email, and password. God damn it.
That's always the worst. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I'm tight about security, so I have like 900 passwords.
That's always the worst too. You have to balance. Okay, do I want to make it easy to remember, or do I want to get hacked?
Is this one the Sleeping Giant?
Yes.
Austin, can you look at what my username is on the like the page before you open the game?
Yeah, the login screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I will see. Do.
Like not the Frederick Wolfsbane thing, but
Yeah.
like the
Okay, so user management. So it shows up as. Oh, geesh. Okay, well now it kicked me out. Good lord, give me a second. It's all burning.
It's like the
Ervin
town.
and Guthrie, what do you guys think, or how you want to split people, or if we should have like an ambush waiting outside the manor or anything like that?
I think first we should deal with the inn, and then
Yeah, I'm not saying attack the manor, but in case they hear what's going on or somebody sees, like if they rush out to help them, should we have people essentially like have some archers hidden to like ambush them if they show up?
yeah, I think maybe on the perimeter of the town, but not necessarily at the manor.
Mhm.
You know, kind of like a
Like,
guard post.
yeah, like even like,
Well,
just at the start here or something.
Yeah.
the one thing I wonder about is perhaps we should be the ones that take out the leader.
Well, we were going to, we were gonna attack all the dudes in the town. We were gonna go at the inn, and then once that's all dealt with, everybody was gonna go for the manor, and we were gonna go inside, I assume, and
Maybe
something
we
like
can
that.
Okay.
establish some patrols or like guard routes around the city until we're done taking out the people within the city.
Have we seen
Alright.
anybody leave the town besides going to the manor?
I just mean like our people. Like we just have like a perimeter just in case people come from the manor.
That's what I mean. Like if we had just like break off some of the
Yeah.
archers from the other people and have them like just be here ready.
Yeah, because we have like 60 people who.
I put numbers in the character chat. I don't know why I put it in there, but I put the numbers there.
Yeah,
How
so
we
we
could
have a
split it. And then there's 4 named characters. That's not us. The other named ones.
Yeah, I think we should be fine with that. Just having like people, like a couple on the perimeter.
Was there 2 deputies or 3?
3. This is saving me a lot of time because, to be honest, did not have the sleeping giant map ready to go. So I have been able to get all that set up in the background while you guys are discussing plans and getting things ready. It's been
Just
awesome.
as planned.
Well,
Okay, well then,
So, what's the plan to get what's her bucket out of there?
we don't have one yet.
Oh my god. I'm having trouble signing in.
It's alright. You got time.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's just giving me more time to make sure I have the next scene ready.
You're doing him a service. Is Lenore's like the actual like soldier, right? Like
Mhm.
more capable than the rest, I would assume.
Yes, Honor used to fight with Frederick when they were both in the
Yeah.
Neverwinter army.
Is Alistair a soldier? Or is just like
You guys haven't necessarily really asked him about his history.
oh good.
What you do know about him was he was with Gundren when Gundren got captured. He was acting kind of as an escort for Gundren to get him to Phandalin. And you've seen him do a little bit of fighting, but you really just haven't seen a whole lot to know what he's capable of, and you haven't really talked to him about his history or anything like that.
Yeah.
Alright, let me look in my list of passwords I have written down on paper.
I had issues with my passwords today too. I even use a password manager, and it's not working the way it's supposed to. It's not auto-filling in passwords for me, which is like, what the heck? Why am I even using this?
I guess in the meantime, can I go talk to that lady? What's her bucket? The priest lady that
Oh, Sister
I
Gorell?
was. Yeah, her.
Yeah, sure. So you make your way over towards the Shrine of Luck, which is in the center of town. It's this like big rocky thingy here, where she is normally at almost all day, every day. And as you get over closer to her, you hear and feel this calming sensation, and it's just a very pleasant place. And you see her on her knees at the shrine, kind of praying and just murmuring words to herself. And as you get a little closer, she kind of stops and looks over, and she sees you, and she goes, "Oh, hi, what can I do for you?"
Hi, sorry, don't want to interrupt. Really, it seems kind of important. But I was referred to you. Maybe you could help interpret some dreams I've been having.
She kind of looks down. She goes, "Oh, yeah, yes, definitely. What have you been seeing in these dreams?"
So, I see a little girl, and a family. I'm assuming it's my family who, um, are in a hurry to leave a town or a place, with lightning and strong winds surrounding the area. Um, it's very blurry. They're hard to remember, but those are I guess the key details that kind of stand out.
She looks kind of a little sad, and she asks you. She says, "Do you miss your family? Do you know? Are you close with them?"
Not. I have a longing to know who they are. I've never known my family.
Oh, she kind of takes a step closer to you, and she holds her hands out and grabs your hands, and she whispers. She goes, "Go ahead and close your eyes and listen to the sound of my voice." And she starts to kind of chant this some sort of a prayer maybe, or this incantation that you don't understand what she's saying. But as she continues to say this, your you start to feel more like you're floating, almost like your body is coming out of itself. And as she continues to chant, your vision goes blurry, and you see the dream in front of you. You see the man, the woman, and the young girl, and she keeps chanting, and her voice starts to fade away. And you can almost see them perfectly as a normal person right in front of you. And they just kind of are staring at you together. And the mother looks upset. The father seems very like stern but not showing emotion. And the little girl is kind of tearing up. And the father kind of reaches his hand out to yours as if to like ask for your hand. And he holds it there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna quickly look at them, try to memorize as many features as I can, what they look like, what they're wearing, and then reach out my hand.
Okay. You quickly take a mental note and take a photo in your mind of what they look like. And as you reach out your hand to touch the father's hand, you can feel it. And you can hold on to it, and it's an actual hand that's there. And you squeeze it, and he squeezes it back. And you hear this voice in your head that says, "Come find us."
Where? Where are you guys?
Look deep enough, and you'll know. It's your true home. And he lets go of your hand, and you quickly fade back into reality. And Sister Gorell stops her chanting, and she opens her eyes, and she says, "Did you see what I was able to see?"
You saw it too? I did. I saw them.
She goes, I would agree that's your family. Do you know of any place where they may be, or what they mean by your true home?
I don't. All I know is I have these abilities. Um, I don't know if they're talking about somewhere where I got these abilities, or if they're talking about my elven heritage, maybe in some kind of Fey realm or something. I'm not sure.
She quickly kind of grabs something from her neck, and she unhooks it, and she gives it to you, and it's a necklace with a pendant on it of an arrowhead. And she gives it to you, and she goes, "Here, this may help, it may not, but I found when I don't know what else to do, if I hold onto this and talk to Tamora, she usually helps me find my way." And you realize this is one of her sigils for her worship to the goddess Tamora, or Timora, I guess, however you want to pronounce it. And she's giving it to you as maybe something that can be useful to you, or something that you can use. And she puts it in your hand, and she goes, "Let me know if there's anything else I can do."
Thank you, but won't you miss this? Won't you need it?
No, I've got a direct line. And she kind of pats the shrine. And she goes, I won't be needing it."
Thank you, I appreciate it. For everything that you've done.
She bows her head and kind of turns back around and continues on with her worship.
When you said Tamora, I kept thinking you're saying like to Mora.
Oh, I did too.
Like, I thought their name was Mora. I was like,
Sorry. Is it Timora, probably?
I guess
Timora?
I don't even know how
that
it's
makes more
spelled.
sense.
We'll go with Timora, because I think it's Tymora. But
Okay.
Yeah.
anyway,
Or is
so
it Timora?
who knows? Maybe it's different for each person. You come up with your own name for her.
Is any of the named people better archer than the other ones?
Not specifically. They all seem to be fairly adept with martial weapons with, swords, axes, daggers, pole arms, things like that. I actually don't think you've seen any of them use any sort of a ranged bow or something like that.
Alright. Is anybody better? Well, I guess is it Anor or Lenore? It's Anor, right?
Anor, Anor,
Anor.
yes.
Okay. I guess she's better at like ambush tactics, I would assume.
Yeah, she would be most of the same of Frederick. Frederick kind of has a little up on her with special stuff, special forces, and things like that. But yes,
Okay. And what's the orchard guy's name again?
Darren, Daran, Darren Edermath.
Well, there, I did some. Oh my god, okay, that's there. I don't know if that works for everybody. That was my thought on the distribution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have like a journal channel?
I can make one, or you could use. I mean, you could use anything: resources, character chat, in-game resources, whatever you want to use. I can make one if you'd like.
Journal things.
We have a journal. Oh, we have a journal within the game, right?
Oh
Can
yeah,
we
you
type in
should.
with them?
I think so.
It says
I have a
search
journal
entries.
tab, but yeah, there's like nowhere to make a new journal entry or anything.
Oh. Well that sucks. I thought you
But
could.
yeah, even if you just make like a Discord channel.
Yeah,
just
I'll
for
make
us
one
to
real quick for now.
Just have shared notes or something.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay,
But
there
yeah,
you go.
that's my thought on that. If that works for you guys, it matched up to the top numbers there, and then with the ambush, like kind of, I don't know, like there-ish, if they're coming into town,
Yeah.
because we're gonna be here, and then everybody else will be going to their people.
I agree.
Sounds like the ambient music from Nuka World.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just pulling random stuff whenever I look for music. So. But, okay, looks like Frederick, were you able to jump back in? I see your name in the game, so I'm hoping that means that you were able to get back in. You are muted on Discord though.
I'm sorry, what's
There we
up?
go.
I was talking to a family member.
No, you're fine. I was just making sure. Were you able to get back in?
Yeah, I did,
Okay,
yes.
sweet. Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. Okay, so sounds like we're all ready to head to the Sleeping Giant.
Wait, I
Yeah.
wanna real quick. I'm gonna sketch out the faces that I
Okay.
remember.
Gotcha.
Okay. I am going to
Bases.
just load a crossbow arrow. Ask my newest friend if he wants to stick around or hop down and, go somewhere else.
Okay.
And then get ready.
The raccoon looks at you and kind of sensing the tenseness in your body language and your voice. It gives you a few like clicks and it jumps off and scurries off into a bush.
I wish I
I'll
could
come
talk to
back for
squirrels.
you when it's all over.
Is there back way into the Sleeping Giant?
There technically would be. However, that's the entrance. Oh no, actually I'm lying. Don't listen to me. Yes, there is. There's three entrances into the Sleeping Giant. You have the front main doors, which is like a double door for a tavern. There's a back door, which is another entrance, and then there's a side door, kind of like just an extra exit.
Wonder, should we try and have somebody sneak in to get her out, or do we just storm it?
I have two cloaks. We could probably disguise ourselves as Redbrands and then order her to leave since she listens to them.
Oh, I have an
Yep,
idea
I'll
actually.
be. Yeah,
I'll go
I'll
with
be
you.
very in that.
I'll go with you. We'll go up to the bar to like order something essentially quickly because they'll probably be like, "Who the fuck are those guys?" And while we're in there, I could telepath to her and basically tell her run out the back door or something, and then we could just, the other two could pop in and they start fighting them, something like that.
Yeah. With some cheeky one-liner or something.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm sure they'll hear fighting within the town, so they'll know pretty quick. But if we could just tell her to get out, at least she's not in the way.
I'm
Okay.
down with the plan.
Okay, so Erevan and Finneran, you guys start gearing up with your Redbrand cloaks. Guthrie and Frederick, I'm assuming you guys are just going to kind of chill outside, just acting inconspicuous, just, hanging out.
Yep.
If you guys see her leave,
Yeah.
y'all come in.
Okay, so, um, so I'm only going to put um, Erevan and Finneran on the map, so Guthrie and uh, let me think here. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure that this works the way I want it to.
And
Um,
also, just real quick, I assume we tell everybody once you've dealt with your red brands to kind of meet near the sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And then if we're still fighting, they can back us up, or if not, then we go and storm Tresendar, essentially.
That seems like the most likely way to do it.
okay. So, let's see if I can do this. It's not going to work. Okay. Regardless, doesn't matter. So, Erevan and Finneran, you guys get ready to head over to the Sleeping Giant. You put your cloaks on. And Frederick, Guthrie, you guys are hanging outside. So I'm going to go ahead and get this next scene set up. Guthrie and Frederick, you guys are going to be able to see inside. Just act like your characters don't know what's going on. But let me get this set up and activate. So let me know when you're in the next scene. Hopefully you can see everything. That's fine if you see everything. Like I said, I didn't have enough time, but that's fine.
You need us to stall
Yes.
more.
I'll just install everything all at once in the background. Okay.
Yeah, we can see them. We're tiny.
We are
Bigger than that.
tiny.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I guess they're pretty tiny. Damn, dude, that's a big ass stool.
Yeah, the grid may not be perfectly aligned, but that's okay.
It's
So,
fine. We get the gist.
yeah. So you guys come on into the Sleeping Giant, and as you get in there, it's a fairly rowdy place. There is music playing very loud and harsh. Everybody in here is very obnoxiously loud and clinking glasses and yelling and laughing. But it's fairly dimly lit. There's a handful of candles and torches, and the fireplace is glowing. And as you walk in, no one really looks at you or makes any notice of you. They're just all kind of keeping to their own thing. Oh, and I'll unpause this so you can walk around.
Can
And
I,
Mhm.
sorry, just as we, like, open the doors, and I assume I can see there's, like, a door there and there.
yeah, so you,
kind of can see the layout.
yeah, so you can quickly see that there the three entrances. So there's one to the right that comes in on the side. There's one straight ahead in the back, and then there's one that's a door into the bar area. And then there's a you can tell there's a door maybe to a storeroom under the bar, and then a ladder which leads to where the barkeep sleeps when she's here. And you can see she's on the other side of the bar, kind of cleaning dishes and stuff. You guys should have free movement now, hopefully.
Just as we go in, and I just see, like, these two doors, I just telepath to Frederick real quick and say, if she runs out, she's going out the back.
I sort of
So we're aware.
telepath back. Understood.
You can't, unfortunately.
Oh, I can't. Damn.
No, it's silent speech, so I can telepath, but it doesn't open up like a thing. You can speak, but I'm just doing it to make sure no one hears shit.
Guthrie will hear Frederick just say understood and be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Nick,
Got this, like, unspoken thing.
like, I think at this point I know Finn well enough to go, oh, it's probably something Finn said. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could whisper it to him after
Yeah.
you're outside anyway, but just so I relay that.
Okay. So what would you and Ervin like to do while you're in here?
There's a lot of them in here.
What'd you say?
There's a lot of them in here.
That's fine, I hope. So I guess we meander on over to the bar.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I don't know, just like speaking to her, just say, "Good day."
She looks up from her glass as she's cleaning. She goes, "Oh, good day, master. What can I get for you?" And you can tell she's dirty. She's bruised on her arms and things. She's definitely not treated well here.
I'm gonna nudge him and be like, "Be mean."
Oh, okay, yeah. So then I'm like, I just say, "Get me a mead and hurry up."
I'm gonna give him like a thumbs up.
She like
Then
shudders.
it's not mead. He's like, yeah, that.
She grabs 2 glasses that are like already made and ready to go, and she puts them in front of you. She goes, "Here you go. Is there anything else I can do for you?"
And then, I guess, well, oh, you said they're already made. Well, anyway, well, while she's doing it, I telepath to her and I say, "Stay calm. We're gonna get you out of here, and shit's about to go down. If there's somewhere you can hide back there, or if you want to make a break for the back door, do so casually."
You can tell her, you can tell that she's hearing it and she's kind of trying to act normal, but she's a little nervous, and she backs up a little bit. And as she backs up, you now notice that she has a chain around her ankle, and she looks down and she kind of, without showing too much, she points to the back corner and to say, "I can get back there," but that's about it. And as she says that, my music stops, which is very not what I wanted to do. There we go. As she's doing that, a Redbrand comes up to the bar and kind of slams his glass on the bar and says, "Oi, I need another one, sweetie." She turns around. She goes, Yes, sir." And she pours him another glass, and he's just kind of leaning back and sees you two. He wipes his nose. He goes, "Oi, I haven't seen you before. Are you new?"
You've seen us plenty of times. You're just too drunk off your damn ass.
You want to make me a
wrong
deception?
answer.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on.
I swear, if you roll anything less than a 15, then
Don't say that, because now it's gonna happen.
I'd just be like, "Yeah, we were in here all the time, you know. You're that dude."
Jesus.
yes,
damn.
let's go.
Gosh.
I did that with my mind.
As you say that back to him, he kind of smiles. He goes, "I'm sorry, geez. I've had a few, but geez, I didn't mean to piss you off." Kind of turns around, walks away, and gets his drink and goes back to drinking.
I can see the chain, I assume.
Yes, yeah, you guys can see it.
Is it kind of like would be the same as the chains that the dendrars were held in?
Yeah.
Same kind of quality, all that.
Yep.
So I could theoretically burn through and produce flame.
Yes. It'd take you like a minute of holding over it, but yeah, you
Yeah.
could do it.
We both have thunderclap or thunder wave.
We do.
I wonder if we could use that to some effect.
We need Guthrie and his brute force.
They're gonna notice a rabbit dude in
I know.
Could you just tell her to duck and cover? This
We
is
could.
Yeah.
I just would worry, that's all.
We can, probably have her hide under the thing for now, and then maybe mid-combat someone can get her out.
Yeah, I can like shoot the chain or something.
Can I? Okay, I telepath to Erebin. I just say, be ready with whatever you got. And I kind of mosey on over to the middle.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, I hold up my meat. I'm like, "Hey, boys, gather round."
They all turn
Oh,
around real
good
quickly.
idea.
They're like, "Oh yeah," and they slowly muster their bodies over to kind of get in a close circle around you with their drinks in their hand.
Get him closer. Get him closer.
I gotta move all these guys
Thinking
over.
of how to do that.
I'm gonna try and sneak around to see if I can get on the other side with her.
Sneak around. Okay,
Don't
if you
do
want
it.
to do that.
Don't do it.
So the way that would work is we would have Ervin. You could do a stealth check with advantage as Finneran is capturing their attention. I would make Finneran roll for it, but since they're pretty drunk, it wouldn't be too hard.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise, maybe I shouldn't have given you advantage. Okay, 22. So you make it across to the door without anybody noticing. And Finneran, what are you telling them?
I just say, cheers, lads, to the Redbrands!
They all go, and you hear the clinks of the glasses.
Well, are they coming up to me to clink my glass?
Yeah, slowly they're coming and they're like putting all their glasses together.
Okay, hold on.
Just imagine that
And
they're all over here.
Can I use my
Whoa.
dagger to try and lockpick this thing?
The chain?
Yeah. Is there a lock to pick?
Yes. So there's a lock on her ankle, around the little circlet thing that's on there. So yeah, if you want to try to do that, that's fine. Do a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh no.
Okay, so as you clink around in there, you get close, you hear some clicks, and then chink, nothing happens.
That's a piece of
How,
shit.
like, when they're coming in to clink their glasses, is it everybody? Like, I'm gonna do something, so...
Yeah, it's all the red
Hold
brands
on,
in this room. Yes.
So how many can get next to me?
We'll say they're all they're all like your shoulder to shoulder surrounding you within a 5 foot.
Alright, well then
Square.
fucking... Hold on.
I'm gonna
So-
try and do the Guthrie thing to break the chains.
Okay, do a straight.
Maybe do it as I do this. So just as they come in to clink their glasses, I drop my glass, and I just say, "Get wrecked, bitch!"
Oh no, even worse.
And I mean, if they're right next to me, this should hit all of them.
Yeah, we'll say we'll say that you hit all of them. Con
And they would
save.
definitely hear it outside.
Okay. So Ervin, as you
I would
try to
think.
pull the
Oh, yeah.
chain, it clinks and you it almost feels like you're like pulling a muscle in your arm, and nothing really happens there either. Okay, so then I will roll the con save real quick.
Fucking thing.
Oh wait, I think I just figured out a way to do this. Give me 1 second. Come on,
You
baby.
can't crit with these, can you? The save ones?
They can crit fail. I think the last ruling was they can crit fail, and that's
Yeah.
how
If they
Aragorn.
crit, they get a crit. Okay.
Yeah. It only goes by 1. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna say 14 for all of them. Which would be, what's your save?
Bruh, that's so broken though.
14.
Because then they would all save. 'cause
Oh,
if they
that's
didn't
true.
save.
Yeah, that's true. Let me roll these. Give me a second. Con save. Why can't I do all of them at once? That's so stupid. There's got to be a way that I'm just not doing this right.
We just start from here. Save, fail, fail.
Do.
I'm gonna roll this before I lose it.
Fail, fail.
My mouse is going crazy. Click, click, click.
Okay, at least a bunch of them failed.
I hope I'm not missing any of them. I'm just kind of clicking the next one.
One
One,
success.
2, 3,
Oh, come on.
5, 6.
Okay, was that all of
Ervin's in
them?
the background with like his
2 more.
bending the chain on his knee.
I don't know where you started, but there's 2 more.
Yeah, I don't know where I started either, so okay.
I was looking at it like from there to start. I guess,
Gotcha,
and then
okay.
going Clockwise.
Okay.
One-
Ervin, if you want to do another bend, you can
Oh,
do
no,
another
that's
strength check for me.
Ooh, okay.
18. Okay. I was not paying any attention to those, so how many failed and how many saved?
Hold on. 1,
Three
Like 2
saves.
passed.
3 save and 5 fail.
5, 6, 7,
Okay.
8. Yeah, that last one is not a thing. It would be
Okay.
that one, and that one.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
so
else failed.
So those 2 were the saves,
Yeah.
and it was 9, so they take half of 9.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Rounded up to 5, I think.
And is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay.
They take
cool.
half and aren't pushed on the save.
Gotcha.
Can you
Okay.
give me permission to move around that cube? Because I'm going to need that for my spray attack.
It was from my
Uh,
spell. Like
It should
placed it.
hopefully let you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so those 2 guys half, and they're not knocked back, correct? It's only if they fail that they get knocked back?
Yeah, these,
Okay.
these 2 are still next to me.
Gotcha. Okay, so the rest of these take 9. Uno momento.
And you guys outside just hear a boom.
Yeah, the glass windows shatter, and all the doors slam open real quick before folding shut again, as you hear the reverberating echo of this loud thunder wave that came in from inside. Good night. I needed to find a better way to do this. Do.
Thunderwave has been extremely clutch in this campaign.
Nice.
Yeah, if I were to go
Yeah.
back and look at all the data, I think that's been used the most.
Well, I think it's been used twice. I don't even think more than that, but it's
Like
just
3 or
killed
4,
way more
yeah.
than anything else.
Okay, here we
'Cause
go.
I know you did the one and wrecked all the goblins.
I also
If it
use
ain't
it to
broke,
push
don't fix it.
the Nothic down, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so all these bad boys. Do. Okay, there we go. Geesh. So they all took their damage and got exploded 10 feet away. Ervin, you rolled an 18. No, wait, 17?
17.
Okay. So as you're bending and twisting this chain and you hear the thunder clapping, everyone's getting thrown back and you keep twisting and twisting. You hear it click, and one of the chains had a nick in it from being, it's a very old chain. And as you twisted, it popped that one chain link loose, and you're able to slink out the chain pieces. And she has, so the anklet around her ankle with some chain link connected to it, but then some of the chain link is still stuck to the wall. But you have successfully broken her from her chains.
Go, leave. We'll get that off later.
I like to think it came off as the boom happened, so he like looked up for a second, and then he looked down, and he had broken through, but he didn't hear the clink. He's like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, and so you see
Or
her
like-
hobble out. Ching, 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 ching.
Like the thunderclap, he thinks he broke it with that sound effect.
That's what it sounded like when you popped it open.
Yeah. Looks
So-
up to see if anyone notices.
So when the doors fly open, I turn to Guthrie and I say, "That's our cue. Let's go." And
Yeah, I assume this is initiative. Once
Yes.
that goes off.
Yes, we will. Let me grab everybody, and it should hopefully let you all roll for initiative.
all right.
And if it doesn't, let me
I'm-
know.
I'm doubtful that I'd be able to do a bonus action as part of that thing, or it's just one action, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Like beforehand. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, everybody should be added to the combat tracker now, so everyone can start rolling. Oh, okay, so far they're all together. Let's see how this goes.
Fuck! I always roll shit on initiative.
Dude, we're gonna have to roll a tiebreaker.
Apparently, me too.
Actually, no, because you have
Well-
lower decks. Never mind.
Why does it say 1+2?
Um,
Where's my metric, though?
the +2 doesn't. Oh yeah, it does show up. I don't know.
It says 1 equals 1 plus 2.
Yeah.
But I
don't
rolled a
remember.
3, so.
Mine just says +3.
Yeah. No, yours is higher. I just don't know what that 1 is.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Oh well. Anyway. Okay.
So now I get wrecked.
So got everybody together, making sure I figure
No,
out my
if they-
grouping.
I mean, he's probably not gonna roll all 8 of them. So like, if they roll a 4, which they could.
Yeah.
Who's the one that got 21?
You'll find out.
What a jerk.
Okay. So, battle is started.
Nobody got a 4, by the way.
Initiative. Never
They
mind.
all rolled higher.
Disregard. You did all roll initiative. Never mind.
I wasn't going to, and then I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do. So, first guy up. After getting
you
blown
have
back-
them all separate.
Yeah, which I
There's
think I
bunch
can
of
still
them.
group some of them that are together, because there's like 4 in one group, 3 in the other
Oh,
group,
yeah.
so
Gotcha.
that'll probably still be what I do. But so,
Are they surprised?
oh, that's a good point. Yeah, actually,
Yeah, there should be.
yeah, they are surprised. That's a good catch. So we'll just skip over to Guthrie.
Hell yeah.
Punch him, got 3!
Fuck 'em up.
Is your grid on this? Oh, there is. Is there any way you can make the
Guthrie,
grid
try
lines
to push
thicker?
him into one group. That way I can shoot him.
Oh,
Well-
we'll tavern brawler, man. Pick them up and throw them.
What was that question, Boggy had?
Is there any way to make the grid lines thicker?
Yeah, I can make them at least darker. Let me do that while Guthrie's doing his thing. Also, Guthrie, you are muted, FYI.
So, all right. This is 20. To the door is 25. So,
Thank you. Is this grid like what it is?
To scale.
Or-
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Double checking everything.
so
Because I can't even get in the door. If that's the case.
Yes. Grid. Yeah. Technically, we'll say grid is to scale to some extent. It's a little small, and I can probably change that.
Would Frederick and Guthrie at least then have been closer to the door?
Yeah, the movement to the door won't count for you two. You guys were already, we'll say, like right at the door.
All right. Cool.
okay. Well, then
Doors
I
flapped
will.
open and smacked.
Oh, all right. Yeah, but like,
Sorry, bud.
like, they go in like. It's all right, Finn.
I can't
And
wait
like
for the
so.
turn yet.
Well, okay. So the doors don't open, right? So,
Yeah, you can just walk right in. Yeah.
Through. Okay. It's like.
But this
All
map
right.
isn't interactive.
This is very much a spur of the moment map.
You set the bar too high. On that
I
item.
know.
I'll be back in a second.
Well, let's see. Since I have it loaded, I'm going to No, I'll go ahead and you know what? Screw it. I don't know which one of these guys it is. I don't really care. I will. Where the hell is it? All right. I will go ahead and quote unquote rage
Okay. As you hone in your focus.
with it. And I will just go ahead and do the right one. If I do the wrong one, it won't do me any good. There we go.
Oh, real quick, my armor class still says 16.
Oh, from your mage armor. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So this being a surprise round, is it just a free hit or is it at advantage?
It
No,
would be
mine's 0.
I'm fixing it. It would be a free hit.
Okay.
Okay, 18. So, that definitely hits this first guy that you're hitting. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right. Let's see.
Woo!
Jeez. 10 plus 2 from your rage, so 12. Okay, so
Woo!
we will say that was more than you needed to kill that guy. Or I guess it doesn't matter. There's nobody else close enough to him, so you kill him. How do you finish that guy off, real quick?
It's like, yeah, come in the door. Well, hi there. Punch him. Like, yeah.
Just so much happened at
Well-
once to this person.
Yeah, it's like, well, bye there. And let's see. I will. I guess so that means I still have my movement though, right?
Correct, because you took maybe 5 steps to get into the door, if that. So.
Okay. Well then, I will go here, and then I will end my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Ervin.
Ooh, okay.
Punch twice.
Let's see. Can I climb up here? Is
Yeah,
that
I'll say that
gonna-
you do like a cool little slide over the bar stool
Okay.
move.
And then once I'm gonna use my flight as well to get me probably
Oh.
like right here.
Yep. Okay.
And then I'm also gonna use Thunder Wave. Or-
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, my turn, and clap.
So from where you're at, 3, you could hit. Let's see here. I'm measuring my
If
stuff.
it's the size of this, it would be nobody.
Yeah, if you
I
do
can
this.
also like move over here.
Yeah, if I was gonna say, if you want to get the most bang for a buck, you have 2 places you could go, either right there or closer to the other 2 guys on the right side and get those 2. It's up to you which 2 you'd want to hit.
I'll go here.
Okay, so same thing, and they'll do their con save. So I'll go ahead and start rolling for that. These poor guys, they get
They
shattered
did
backwards.
roll really shit.
Oh, God, well, this is what happens when you terrorize a town.
Yeah, seriously, this is payback.
Don't be a
Okay.
dirtbag.
Yeah, but
First guy, woof, and second guy, as another thunderous clap goes through, and these 2 guys, 10. Okay, I think they both fail yours, right? Yours is a 14 as well, I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
is.
go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Let's see. Hold on.
Roll a
It's
crit. Roll a crit.
hope.
Guthrie, you can attack with your bonus action, right? It's just because you used rage.
16.
Jeez.
Dude,
Oh,
let's
you
go.
maxed damage.
God. Okay. That definitely kills these 2 guys. So, how do you do this?
As I make my way over, I'm going to rip off the Redbrand cloak that I was wearing and be like, I'm not even one of you idiots, and then clap and then send out the wave of thunder.
You
Nice.
throw it on the one guy's head.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay. Quick work of them, bringing us to Mr. Wolfsbane.
Yep. So it doesn't cost me any movement to get to here, right?
Yeah, that's a free move.
All right. So I'm going to make a 15-foot cube over here.
Gotcha.
To these 2 guys. They're gonna make a DC 15 Dex save.
Okay. Dex save. These guys with their saving throws. Oof.
Oh,
That's a miss.
That was close.
And the next guy. Oof. He's
ah,
good.
darn.
Okay, roll damage.
All right. Yep. So let's see. It's 1d12 plus 3 d12.
We figured out the weakness to the Redbrands. Con saves.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, really, any saving throw is putting them in a bad position right now, except for 3 guys who
Well,
succeeded.
Dex apparently is fine.
Yeah,
Let's go.
14. Jeez.
Awesome.
Okay.
Did they take half of that? Is that what that does?
The one that
Like when they
fails
do the
doesn't get
save, or-
hit, I think.
Oh, I gotcha.
So that guy that you hit, well, yeah. Okay, so he's definitely gone. So how do you kill? It's gonna be the top guy is the one that dies. How do you kill him? How does that go?
I kick my foot through the second like closed door since like Guthrie opened one of them, and then like I sort of have like my assault rifle at like my hip, like holding the barrel with like my left hand and the hilt in the I don't think that's the right word for it, but the handle in the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "Hasta la vista, bitches," and I just spray this guy.
Nice.
And I'm a level 2, so I get my action surge now. So then
Ah.
I'm gonna.
You like
then-
spray
them
him,
all.
and the dude in front's like, "Ah," but he doesn't get hit. It's like,
Yeah,
Like
he's
the
just-
behind him,
thunder
just like
table.
falls.
yeah.
Then I'm gonna spray these 2 guys, and they're gonna make me dex saves. So I'm
Okay.
gonna quickly turn, and I'm gonna shoot them.
Nice. Oh, nat
Ah,
20.
sorry.
Oof. Okay, yeah, maybe the
See,
dex
Dex
saves.
saves are good at for some reason.
Oh,
Darn.
See,
16.
what the fuck?
Dang.
They saw it coming.
Yeah, they saw
Yeah,
it and
they saw it coming.
they jumped out of the way of bullets. But yeah, that feels real. Okay.
Well,
So
they probably saw him like turning his gun towards
yeah,
him.
they just like
died behind
cowered.
the table or whatever.
It's like every action movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Frederick?
I got a bonus action, don't I? Hang on. Are we using the homebrew rule of like the quick draw pistol thing as a bonus action, or are we retconning that?
We'll retcon that one.
All right, whatever. It was cool for that one little
Mhm.
scene, but I understand why.
Mhm.
Bonus action, used action surge. Is there anything I can do sharpshooter? Nope. Not that it would matter, because I deal enough damage anyway. I haven't taken any damage. Yeah, okay. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And then Finrin, since you did the action that started all this, we will unfortunately skip your turn unless you have any like something crazy bonus action thing. But even then,
I can wild shape as a bonus action, but I don't know that I need to.
I'll let you make that decision. If you want to, I'll let you wild shape. But
Well,
it's up to you.
I can't do anything. Like you're saying though, even if I do wild shape, I wouldn't be able to do anything on this turn.
Yeah, like your turn would be that would be the turn is wild shaping.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother because all these guys are probably gonna be dead by the time it gets back to me.
Okay. You moving anywhere, or you just kind of sitting there and shocking them all and be like cool in the center of this huge blast?
I'm just cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
won't ask.
now the Redbrands are gonna do their thing. This one's gonna finally get up and start making his way over to you, Finneran. And he's gonna roll his short sword multi-attack.
I should move.
He's like holding one ear from the deafening clap that just happened. Oof. 16, is that hit?
My AC is 16, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so 6 piercing damage, and then he's gonna follow it up with another shot. And in that one, that definitely does nothing. Okay, so you take 6 damage as he swipes at you, and then that's
By the
going
way-
to be. Oh, go ahead.
Just by the way, are we doing critical failures or no? I guess not.
In
I know it's like a home brew.
Yeah, in battle, I don't do critical failures as much unless it's like a save crit fail, right? Like something like that. But in like ability check stuff, crit fails, yeah, I will make them do something different.
Okay, cool.
So,
For me.
so that's his turn. And back to Guthrie.
All right. Well, of course,
Bro, I'm Guthrie.
you know.
Punch his face off.
I don't know if that's a berserker thing.
like
It's a bar fight, bro.
actually, yeah, I'm just gonna punch him. I was thinking of doing something else, but nah.
It's funny, it's that thing like, what do I do? Oh yeah, punch. Jeez.
Oh,
21.
punch him works.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage, which you get a +2. I gotta remember that. Yep, okay. 6, 7, 8. So you give a big, huge punch, and the Redbrand kind of falls back and staggers back, and he's bleeding out of his nose and spits out some blood from his mouth. He's holding on, but he's pretty bloodied. Anything else?
Let's see. There is all of. Hey, look, nothing I can do because I'm a level 2 barbarian.
You can punch
Next.
again, can't you?
No, that's 5.
No, with your bonus action.
Bonus action.
Is there?
It's 2-weapon fighting because it's just fists, right?
Yeah, you just don't get a modifier to your damage. Other
You
than
couldn't-
rage should still work.
Yeah, you couldn't last turn because you raged, but I'm pretty sure you could just punch a second time with your bonus. If you could do it with a light weapon, you must be able to do it with a fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So well, I tell you what I'll do then. when I do that, what I'll do is that I'll create another one that's like the offhand one that doesn't have the at some point.
Okay, gotcha.
So okay, well then I'll roll it again then.
It's like
Was
I
it
just
not
imagine
include?
you all just yell at him while he's fighting. Hey, you can punch again.
Looks at his hand. Oh, I
I
can!
don't have time. Yes, you do.
And
Do you lose, what is it, the hit modifier and the damage modifier when you use off?
No, you get the
Offhand,
to
or-
hit modifier, but
Mhm.
you don't get the
You
damage
don't get
modifier.
the damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
So
it was
yeah,
rage.
like I said, I'll create another one and like
Yeah, make it a little easier.
yeah to do.
Doesn't
So
hit, though.
yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it misses unfortunately. As you come from this left hook that you're just not normally used to using, you swipe and kind of just barely graze his nose as you're still getting used to that other fist.
All right, all right. Well, yeah, that's the turn. Okay.
two
Okay.
hands, such an enigma.
Brings us to the other Redbrand, who's gonna run over to Ervin and do his dual swipey swippies. Do. Come on, computer. There we go. 13. Oh, it
That's
just
my
hits.
AC.
So first damage 8. Oof. It's a big whopper.
There goes
Okay.
like half of my health.
He's gonna
What's your AC?
13, I think.
Shared,
Yeah.
right?
13.
Oh, fuck.
Oh hell yeah!
12, and he misses the other one.
Mage.
As he goes to swing that second one, I yelled at him, "Why do you all look the same?"
He turns around, what? And just misses a swipe. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be his turn. Brings us to Ervin.
I'm going to use mage armor.
Okay. Okay, let me pop that up here to your armor class. Mage armor. Boop. There you go.
And then I'm gonna use my flying ability to go like right here. I can only go like 10 feet.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then that's it.
Gotcha. Brings us to Mr. Ruffian. That is over here. He's gonna run over to Finneran and flank and go for a shot duel with advantage because he's flanking. 19. Eesh. Okay, so 3 damage, and then his second attack.
That's a roll.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
crit.
Second card of the night.
no.
Both made by the DM. That's not good.
Wow, only 8 damage. Okay,
Only
so
8 damage.
8
Are
and
you
3.
taking the health off me, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
So he takes big 2 swings out of Finneran. Finneran is not looking great. And that's going to be his turn.
There's some of these other bandits.
The other guy who's in front of Guthrie is going to do another swipe at Guthrie real quick. Do his same 2 things.
Oh, I'm like dead.
13, that doesn't hit, right? Yep, nope, he misses that one. So he'll do another roll. 12, he misses both of his swipes as he hits, and Guthrie's just bobbing and weaving. And that brings us to Mr. Wolfsbane, or Staff Sergeant Wolfsbane.
Yep. Wait, I gotta go to token. Crap. Alright. I'm gonna move over here, and Finneran, how low are you?
About 2 HP.
Perfect.
You think you can roll
Surviving.
13?
Sure. A 13?
Yeah, 13. You gotta get a 13 on a dex save.
You got a 50% chance.
You look at me and you're just like, you know, like, should I do it? And I'm just like, do it, man. I'm ready.
You just like crouching, blood spilling out of everywhere, and you're like, do it.
Can I like tell him to duck since we both have the same initiative count and like he gets advantage on it or something?
I mean, he's a halfling, so ducking's not that much more.
Hey,
close.
I can do something. I don't remember
Go
what.
pro.
Don't you have a luck
Don't I?
thing or something?
Yeah, I think I do.
It's like
luck-
halfling
what does that do?
something. What is that
Oh.
called?
When you roll 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check or saving throw, you can reroll it.
Oh, it's
so
just
Oh.
for ones. Oh.
yeah. I have halfling nimbleness. That just has to do with moving through spaces.
I mean, I would say he wouldn't get advantage, but I may give him like a +2 as he ducks.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What am I
cool.
rolling?
Well,
Dex.
Yeah, dex
Dex
save against a 13.
well, it's 15, but he has to roll 13. Yes, let's go. Okay,
Yes.
I'm doing it.
He's already good. Okay. Spray and
All right,
pray.
Yep. So I used the last 10 bullets of my mag, and I hit.
Oh, and that
all
hits
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. So, first guy, fail. Second guy. Such a ballsy move, and it paid off so well. 8.
Fail.
Can he get a 3 fail? Do. Ah,
Darn.
17. Okay.
Shit.
So then roll damage for those 2 guys.
All right.
Which one saved?
The one closest to
Um,
Guthrie.
If
Yeah. All
that's-
right. That's fair.
If that's the case, as he goes to fire, I hold my arms up. I'm like, I'm ready. And
Just
they're
like
both
ready
"What
to
the fuck?"
just
And I
die.
just kind of like tilt back and like push them forward, and they kind of stumble, which is why they end up failing. And I just like back up out of it.
Nice.
All right. So let me roll damage. God, this is fun. All right. Send. 6 damage. Not bad.
Okay, 6.
Respectable.
So, guy on Finneran's right is dead, and guy on Finneran's left is dead. Double kill.
Oh yeah.
So, how do you do this? I mean, we already kind of heard Finneran what he's doing. Anything you'd like to add, Frederick?
I see him like preparing to push them, and I see what he's doing, and so then I know it's like pretty much safe to like fire at these 2 guys. So then I just let out this spray, like absolute spray of like 10 bullets, and I sort of like flick it to the left a little bit to like try to hit the 3rd guy, but it doesn't quite work.
Mm-hmm.
And like 3 bullets each go into the 2 guys on Finneran's sides chests, and then they crumple to the floor, a bloody heap.
Okay, nice. Nice. Anything else?
I haven't taken any damage, and I can't give my second wind to anybody else, so I suppose not.
Okay. And Finneran, now you get to do something. What's up?
Produce
I-
flame.
Almost got shot. And I'm just like,
You're like barely holding on to life.
what is my? Where do you see your to hit modifier with a spell? Like if I did produce flame.
It should be at the bottom, I think. Spell DC 14, attack modifier
yeah,
plus 6.
+6. Okay. I imagine that's better than my quarterstaff.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know where to see that one. I like the idea of bashing that guy with a quarterstaff. Produce flame probably there.
So now
Yeah,
the question
so
is
I-
which one?
Well, this guy's been punched and he's like about to fall over, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy got blasted, but then that was it, I think.
Yeah, he's the top guy's not looking great. The bottom guy's really hurting.
Okay.
And Guthrie's going to be top of the order next, so you may as
Yeah.
well just hit that
Yeah.
that one guy.
So as Frederick shoots and or just as he finishes shooting, I'll like start to run across here, knowing I'm super wounded, and throw up a produce flame in my hand and like chuck it as the guy as I run.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay. Make range spell attack, 8, 20, and that hits.
Roll damage.
6.
it wasn't trash. Remember I kept hitting
Yeah.
1s and 2s?
And this is the guy on the bottom right?
No, this is
No,
the guy
top.
up here.
Gotcha, okay.
So I
6.
just kind of like,
Yeah.
just as Frederick stopped shooting, I like run past him and like try and like dive under here because I'm super wounded. But I throw the flame as I'm running.
Gotcha, okay. That hits, and that is enough to kill him. How do you do that?
Nice. It just hits him in the face, and his face goes up in flames.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Aravin's
Just
gonna
hear
shout, "Eat it, bitch!"
horrifying screams. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Okay, Guthrie.
Kill him.
All right. So I look around like, oh, okay. Well, you. All right. That does
Ooh,
nothing.
7. Unfortunately, it misses. You go to punch, and the guy's like kind of half crumples, and as he starts to crumple, your fist goes right over his head.
Hitting him with
To
the
the left
uppercut.
hook.
Remember
left
the
hook.
left.
He
Hey,
believes!
let's go.
Come
Finish
on.
him.
We
Okay.
believe in you, Guthrie!
Roll crit damage. Jeez.
Like he's already
And
dying. He just
what?
like fucking haymakers him.
I pop my head up from the bench and I look at him, looking at his fist, and I go, he's beginning to believe.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that
He
definitely that kills him, and not only does it kill him, that was enough to double kill him. So give me some good flavor text. How do you kill this guy?
So okay, so if he moves for the first one, I suppose the second one can come as an uppercut and knock him off of his feet and yeah, knock him off his feet and onto the floor. I probably could come up with something if you gave me more than 5 seconds, but that's all I have right now.
That works. That works.
You just hear Tamora from
Compass
Aravin's
face.
necklace say, "Finish him."
Nice. Nice. Okay. And with that, this battle is over. The energy calms
Collapse onto
down.
the bench.
All of that happened in 18 seconds.
Yeah.
So much happened. Okay.
God, we made ballsy ass plays too.
That was awesome.
I'm glad that worked. I didn't know if they were actually gonna all approach me. I was like, are they close enough yet?
You're just waiting. Just come on, do it. Let me do it. Okay, I will assign out XP real quick to everybody. Everybody gets 200 XP, which I believe is the next level.
That's XP to level
Hell
up.
yeah!
Okay. And
Don't tell me we're ending it already.
let's see. Where's all my
Do
stuff?
you want me to level up in? We will still level up in D&D Beyond, right?
It's probably usually you can level up in Forge. Like there's a way you can do it. It always seems to be a little clunky. So I would recommend to do it in D&D Beyond, and I'll just re-import characters. It makes it a little easier that way, and then I know stuff's not going to get screwed up. So that would be my thing to do. Before before everybody levels up, though, I have to push your characters back to you to get all the hit point stuff done. So I'll let you know when to do that. But yes, when you level your character up, I would say do it in D&D Beyond to make it
Okay.
easier. Okay, where's all my jazz? There it is. Get that. Okay, end of the combat encounter. You guys fight. Everything's done, and you kind of just all take a deep breath. What do you do?
I just
I'm
lay there,
immediately
so I'm
looking
like,
for
dead.
thieves' tools.
Okay.
I'm bleeding out on the bench.
I'm going to. Well, let's see. I am going to go. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'll go through the table. Why the hell not? I am going to see what's. Let's see. What is this? This
Okay.
room up here, where this ladder goes.
Okay. So you climb the
You
ladder,
buddy.
and you see this is a living quarters for where the barmaid lives while she's been here as a captive. It's fairly
Ah,
disheveled. There's not a whole lot here that you can see. There's like a little end table, some drawers. There's a bed
okay.
and stuff like that. If you would like to search, you can and give me an investigation, but it's up to you.
I mean, if this is where she lives, I'm not. I'm making sure it's not a like a red brand hideout. If I can tell that's where she lives, I'm not touching that
Yeah, it's
certain
it's
I'm
place.
definitely her plot.
I'm too weak
Oh,
to speak. I telepath the Guthrie and I go, I don't know if that cellar door leads to the manor.
all right.
Maybe take a look.
All right. Let's see. I will. Let's see. I know that's the other. Let's see. Hold on. I'll hold myself up. I know that's the other entrance, so I'm not going
Hmm.
to bother with that. Um, let's see. Let's see.
Wait, so the
Where?
ladder leads to her area?
It's
So
a
what
little
does
Yes.
this
wall.
side door in the kitchen lead to?
Yes, so this door, you don't know. Your guess would be it's some sort of a
Oh,
storage room or something like that.
I feel like that cellar goes somewhere questionable.
All right. Well,
Wait,
then.
where's
Well, I
this?
mean, if yeah, like where is that door? I'm trying to find that door. I
I'm
don't.
trying. It won't let me ping it. Where's my
This one?
ping? Yeah, that's the one. Where the ping is. That so
Yeah,
that
so
is.
this is upstairs that we're seeing.
Yeah, the bedroom is upstairs on a loft. That door would be downstairs in the kitchen behind the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Well, all right. Well, since Guthrie wouldn't know she's out there to tell her, you can come back in now, safe. Um, I will go through here, and then
Okay.
I guess I can go through there, which
Yep.
allows me to go through there.
Yes. So, and also while you're doing this, Guthrie, Ervin, you mentioned you want to look for thieves tools. Are you wanting to like look here for thieves tools, or just as a note for the future, you need to get thieves tools?
Oh, I'm looking around see if any of these guys have any.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an investigation check for me, as you search through these guys to see if they have anything.
Investigation.
I don't have a way of
Hell
healing
yeah, natural 20.
outside of spell slots, do we?
You guys do have one more healing potion that you found back in the Cragmaw hideout that hasn't been used yet. You had two. Erevan used one in the Tresendar Manor, and you have one left. And I'm assuming you would like to use that.
Oh, well, actually, well, how long are short rests in your game? Is it an
For
hour or is it half an hour?
uh,
Or less? Or
it's
in between?
kind of like yeah, it'd be a half to an hour at minimum. Like it can be anywhere between an hour to 4 hours.
A short
Depending on
rest?
others. Yeah, just because the full rest would be 8 to 10-ish hours,
Mhm.
so then short would be anything under half, depending on what you want. Like you could count taking like a nap halfway through the night as a short rest
Right.
instead of like a long or something like that. So.
Well, if they're all looking around, and I assume the other people are fighting the battles or whatever, can I just lay here and
Hmm.
presumably by the time they show up, I hope full of short rested? Well, all of short rested at least.
Yeah, if you wanna, do that, that's fine.
I'm just gonna lay here.
Let's
Yeah,
see, 21.
yeah,
Gee.
like just
Okay. So, Ervin, while you are looting these guys, you notice, you collect a sum of 57 gold, which you can decide what you want to do with that. And then they have their standard short swords and the studded leather that you've seen. And as you're looking through, you get to the last guy that you're searching, and you notice in his pocket that he has two lockpicks. It's not necessarily a full set, but it's enough to get you through some mundane locks and some very basic locks.
I will take them and be like, this piece of shit, at least he's useful for something.
There you go.
And then uh I will um give out the gold too. Like,
Okay, split it between everybody.
yeah.
Okay, let's do that. How did I do this last time? I made it real easy. Give me 1 second. Journal, loot.
what I no, let's see.
Let's do this. Come on, let me do what I want. Okay, cool. So if I do,
Will that work?
uh, oh, there it is. Can I show to all of you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, cool. I will show you guys um, the loot that you all can take. I'm pretty sure, in case you wanted the short sword or the studded leather. The money, if it lets you take anything, let me know, because I think I should be. I do that myself, I think. Split,
Yeah,
yeah.
it doesn't let us take the money.
Okay, cool. So I have split the money to all of your guys' characters. If you wanted the studded leather or the short sword, you can take it there. If not, that's cool. Um, okay. Guthrie,
And,
let's see. So you are in that room now. You went through the door, right?
yeah, I'll go through the door. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever's under there.
So, as you make your way through the door, it's unlocked, and you get into this room, and it is a fairly simple storage room. There's some crates full of, ingredients and some breads. There's a few casks of ale, and some barrels full of fruits and water. It's not the cleanest place, but it seems to have made do for these guys. Um, and if you're wanting to keep looking, you can. It's up to you.
In that room or in general?
For this specifically, it'd be in that room.
Oh, well, might as well see if there's anything else in here that they're, hiding.
Okay.
Wait, this is an
Um,
inn?
Technically,
Yeah.
yes.
Where are all the other rooms?
It's a good question. The Redbrands don't really care. They just sleep wherever. It's more of like you stay here till you drink yourself asleep and you just sleep on the floor.
He made the map in 5 seconds. All right, give the man a break.
all right. So yeah, I'll see if there's anything else in there worth any or well, why would I bother doing that? That's a lot of yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do it. Forget it. I'll look.
Okay. Do an investigation check for me.
All right. If it
Guidance
doesn't
mainly.
work, then I'll use my other idea.
Gotcha.
I'm
And
gonna
it
go out
doesn't work.
here with her and see if I can use one of the lockpicks that I just did to see if I can get this the rest of the way off.
Okay. Do a sleight of hand check and we'll add a +2 to it.
Okay.
Or actually, hold on. Thieves' tools would give you proficiency, and your proficiency modifier is what? Is your proficiency? Yeah, +2. So
-2.
you get a +1. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. How do I do +1?
You can either roll it manually, we'll add it manually, or
Okay.
sometimes you can add a +1 in the equation. Freaking roll a 17, so it doesn't matter.
You roll and do this, doesn't it? Yeah, if you click the click whatever die you want to use, and then the thing where it says plus minus, you can just click that and it'll add to it.
Okay.
So, okay, 17, 18. So as you fiddle around with it, you hear a click fairly quickly, and the chain comes off.
Finally, this stupid thing.
She looks up at you, definitely still scared from all the sounds she's heard. She's kind of cowering and shaking, but she doesn't say anything. She's just kind of watching you.
Did you say anything when you walked out to Zir? You just
No, I just
walked
walked on.
out.
Give me
Oh,
your
that,
leg.
that,
I just give her a thumbs up and then I walk back in.
Okay. Guthrie, is there something else you're gonna do?
well, not in there. I sure as hell am not.
You didn't find anything,
I
so.
yeah. And this would have been my other idea. Um, Now that I'm back there, this door would probably either be open or whatever, and then I'd notice that she's out there, and then I'd go like just like then I'd ask like, "How are you doing?"
She looks up at you and she goes, I'm better now. Uh, is everything okay?
Well, they're all gone. So if you consider that okay, then yeah.
Oh, th- they are? And she kind of like gets up and peeks around you
I
through the
mean,
door and sees all the corpses just laying around and Finner and she probably can't see you at the table, but she's looking around and you can see like the shock and awe in her eye, but also maybe some relief. And she gets up and like dusts her apron off and she kind of gets closer to you and looks like she's gonna say anything, but you see the like tears kind of well up in her eyes, and she just gives you a big hug, um, as tight as she can.
Oh,
Her little skinny body. She's been malnourished.
yeah, right. Yeah, he'll definitely hug her back. It's like, I'm happy to do it for you, ma'am. Happy to do it for you. And like, let's see, do I have um did we all have a healing potion, or did we just have one overall?
The group, you would have had one overall. I don't know if anyone else looted. Well, yeah, I don't think anyone has looted anything else other than the two from the very beginning. So you have, as a group, you have one left to use. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking through everybody's inventory real quick, but
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't have one that that I did have but didn't realize that I
oh yeah, as far as I know and remember in my notes, you as a group have the one left over.
had.
Sorry,
Okay.
Austin. The black hair, brown hair, or red hair?
Oh, sorry, black hair. Excuse me.
I'm gonna pop a squat next to Finn.
Gotcha.
Hey,
As Guthrie's hugging this woman, I sort of like, and the door is ajar. I sort of like double thumbs up to him, like after putting away my rifle, just sort of like, good job, buddy, getting in there. Like,
Like, and
like
Guthrie will look
pulling fun of you.
at like
As you kind of she finishes hugging you and she kind of lets go and pulls away. She's wiping her eyes and she looks down at your, would you call them paws or hands?
How
probably
dare you? That's
somewhere
sensitive.
in between.
So
hands.
pans. Okay, so with
Yeah,
your,
yeah, yeah.
she looks down at your pans and she notices your knuckles are just bloodied and bruised from the wailing you just put on them, and she kind of looks a little worried, but she grabs them and she grabs her apron and she starts to kind of rub them and clean them off a little as best she can.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, what's your name? I'm Guthrie.
She looks up to you and she says, you want to know my name? No, no one's ever
Oh,
asked me my name before. Um, she almost is thinking of what she's been called, and she starts to mutter, Agatha. Yeah, Agatha.
ah, sounds like the name of a genius, actually. Um,
Guthrie
all
still
right,
have
no one
battles
gets
to fight.
there.
Maybe, yeah.
There are.
Get on that later.
Yeah.
But good. This is a good start.
Yeah, Matt. Well, oh, Agatha, it's a pleasure to meet you. Well, unfortunately, there's still some of these scoundrels out there. So, I'm going to go with my group and take care of the rest of them. But if you have somewhere safe to be, you can go there. Or if you're stuck here, I suppose I know somewhere you can go.
She, I'll be okay here. Thank you. And about that time, you all
Yeah.
hear a distant, and you kind of feel the ground shake a little reminiscent of the explosion that happened at Barthen's. And Guthrie, you look over from where you hear this, and you see kind of a plume of smoke come out, but this appears to be more from the orchard area towards the north of town.
All right. All right. Like I'll peek in. It's like, all right, guys, it seems to be coming from up here, over here. So we're
But we're in
going.
pain.
Copy that.
Uh,
Squad, move out.
Those two guys are just groaning. They're like, oh my gosh. Oh god. So what would you like to do? What's the plan here? Moving on over to the orchard
Let's see.
or
I will ask you, it's like, do you happen to have any you happen to have any healing potions that the Red Brands happen to leave here?
she pats her apron. She goes, I unfortunately no, I don't think I ever saw them with anything other than the ale. I
She's lying.
apologize.
Pat her down. Just kidding.
That 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 sounds about right for them. All right. Well, like I said, we gotta take care of the rest of them. I'll come back and check up on you after.
Thank you. And she slowly creeps in and tries to step around the bodies as she goes over to her loft, um, to go.
We just leave it in bed.
Yeah, there's just bodies everywhere. Okay, so over to the orchard.
Said, or we'll clean up later.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Before we
Mhm.
run off to the orchard, can I, like, because we had our ambushing archers, I think, pretty close to this building, right? Like, it was like, there's two buildings out from here to the
Mhm.
outside of town, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Can I, like, quickly, like, check in with them and just be like, is there any movement, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Did they pick anybody up?
Yeah. As you go and check on them, and they're at their post and kind of crouching down. They're like, "Did you hear that explosion?" And as you ask them if they've seen something, they're like, "There's been nothing over here. We've been keeping our eye open though."
Right. Um, the inn's clear. We're going to go check that out, though.
Okay. We'll keep watch.
I
Okay.
hope the inn's clear. Did we look in that cellar door?
Yeah.
I'm
Guthrie went in there
suspicious of that. Okay.
and saw nothing.
Okay. Good.
And
All right,
I
that's good.
mean, if someone else wants to go look, it might
I'm
not
not
be a
sticking my
bad
head in there. I
idea.
have 2 HP.
All right, fine.
Stick my head in.
Just arrow to the face. Gone. Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to crop something in. Do, do, do. This next
All
scene
right.
is going to be um, a fairly
Gruesome.
large one. So I'm cropping you in to where the orchard is, just to make it easier to where nobody gets lost. So that's why I'm having to do
Okay.
this. I already had this one prepped. It's just I wanted to make sure it was situated a little better.
Was that other one something you had made, or the inn one?
Made as in used currently, or made as in I found it
Oh,
from
like
somebody else
made
and
just
stole it.
then, or like? Yeah, I mean
I
that's
made
fine.
the scene just now, but I've had the map for a while. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys over because it didn't
Oh,
do
This
what I
is cool.
wanted.
It's like a big battle map of the town. That's cool.
Yeah.
can so can I like quickly level up, or is that are we waiting to the end?
We'll wait to the end because there's not gonna be it won't be too much left. We'll have this last little quick.
Okay.
There'll be a battle here and
Oh, I
then
see
we'll
some
let you
bad
do.
guys there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did my level. Is that bad?
That's fine. If you could get it done in Forge, then it'll be fine. But it may not show in Forge yet because I won't re-import everybody until at the end.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah,
I just had
All
like
right.
I had level 2 spells, and I think I picked like 2, and that was it.
yeah. Okay, so you guys start heading over to the orchard, and as you make your way over there, you see some small skirmishes throughout the town happening with your other groups as they're fighting their groups of Redbrands. Everything seems to be going okay. There may be a few people that are kind of down, needing help from others that are getting it, but you're on a mission. And so you make your way over to the Edermath Orchard, and when you get there, you do see another plume of smoke happening. And as you get closer and closer, you see Darren Edermath, which is another male half elf, holding his hands as the embers have subsided on a building that's not his house but his barn. and you see his
Wasn't-
hands are glowing orange. Go ahead.
Wasn't he with a different group? Or he just came over here?
He was with a different group, but when he saw the Redbrands over here, he rushed over instead.
Okay.
But yeah, so then you see him, so you kind of take it that he probably is the one who cast this fireball on the barn, and then as you keep looking, you see Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Hi.
Am I
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh gosh, okay. Oh, okay. It looks
Alright.
like everything's okay. I don't know what just happened. I don't know if it blue screened actually or if my battery died somehow, even though it's plugged in. So,
Are we continuing that?
yeah, we'll go ahead and do as much as we can before it crashes again.
Hey.
Okay, so sorry about that.
At least it's not like a game where it's like if you don't save it, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. So what happened?
Yeah.
Fireball. Okay, yeah, you saw the barn on fire. You see there's some red brands sticking out that are dead from the barn, and you see there's three more red brands who kind of got blown back and are slowly getting up from the explosion. And he looks back and he sees you and he says, "Oh, thank you guys. I think I have it under control, but I mean, if you want to help, I've got a few more here, and I'm kind of beat up a
Are
little
there
bit."
any of them that are on the ground?
No, just the three that you see. The others are all dead.
No. Are there any that are still prone? I mean.
Oh, sorry, yes. No, they're all up now.
Are everyone we send here died?
He, no. He
Just a reference.
he turns around and he goes, "No, sorry. I sent them over to the center of town. Things started to get pretty bad over there. And as you were walking over, you do remember seeing there were a few more red brands than initially you saw in the center of town, and so there seemed to be more and more of your reinforcements going over that way."
Heck is happening?
All right, let's just kill some more bastards.
Okay, let
Sounds
me
good. Yeah.
pop all this together.
I've got a new bag in my rifle. I can get two of them at least.
I'm gonna. I don't know if I should just stay at the back.
Oh, are we rolling initiative?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, we're rolling initiative.
Looking at everybody else's initiative, I'm staying in the
You
back.
need a new pair of shoes.
It's alright,
9,
Frederick.
fine.
I'll be there with you, buddy. Let's see.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm only
Never
dead last.
mind.
All right, have fun, guys.
Pull all that back. Okay. Gotta make sure I have everything ready. Okay, begin combat. Oh no, it's slowing down again. Come on, stay alive. Jeez Louise.
Don't
what-
you crash. This is the best initiative I've ever had.
Slowly getting there. Actually, you know what I may do? Let's do this. Oh my gosh.